Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into essential tips and strategies for acing your data engineer interview. Whether you're gearing up for a big interview or just starting your prep, we've got you covered. Let's jump right in with our first question. Can you share an experience where you had to improve a data processing pipeline? What challenges did you encounter and how did you tackle them? Interviewers ask this to assess your problem-solving skills and ability to optimize processes. Here are some pointers to help you craft a strong response. Focus on a specific project or task you've handled. Clearly explain the initial problems with the pipeline. Outline the steps you took to optimize it. Mention any tools or technologies you used. Highlight the results or improvements achieved. Now, let's look at an example answer that puts these tips into practice.
In my previous role, I worked on a data pipeline that was taking too long to process large batches of data. The main issue was inefficient queries in the ETL process. I analyzed the queries and identified several that could be optimized by adding indexes. After implementing the changes, we reduced processing time by 40%.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for data engineer. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell me about a successful collaboration with data scientists and software engineers. What was your contribution? This question gauges your teamwork skills and how you contribute to collaborative projects. Here are some tips to help you highlight your role effectively. Choose a specific project with clear outcomes. Emphasize your role, focusing on collaboration and your contributions. Mention tools and technologies involved. Highlight the results achieved, including any metrics. Reflect on what you learned from the experience. Let's see how you might frame your answer.
In a recent project, I worked on optimizing a recommendation system alongside data scientists and software engineers. My role was to build the data pipeline using Apache Spark, which allowed for efficient data processing. We improved the recommendation accuracy by 20% and reduced latency by 30%. This project taught me valuable lessons about cross-functional teamwork and the importance of clear communication.
Can you give an example of when you led a project or team? What approach did you use? And what was the outcome? This question is designed to explore your leadership style and capability to drive projects forward. Consider these tips when formulating your response. Choose a relevant project from your experience. Highlight your leadership role and responsibilities. Explain your approach to managing the team and the project. Discuss any challenges you faced and how you overcame them. Provide measurable outcomes or successes achieved. Here's an example answer to guide you.
In my last role, I led a team of 5 engineers to build a data pipeline for a client. I organized daily stand-ups to track progress and encouraged open communication. We completed the project 2 weeks ahead of schedule, resulting in a 20% increase in data processing efficiency for the client.
If a data pipeline is running slower than expected, how would you troubleshoot and fix it? This situational question evaluates your troubleshooting skills and your ability to identify and resolve issues. Here are some steps to consider when responding to this scenario. Check the logs for any errors or warnings. Analyze the resource usage of the pipeline components. Identify bottlenecks in data processing stages using metrics. Review data volume and schema changes for performance impacts. Optimize database or service queries used in the pipeline. Let's walk through a sample response.
First, I would check the logs to see if there are any errors that could slow down the pipeline. Then I'd analyze resource usage to see if any particular stage is consuming too much CPU or memory.
Imagine you find a data corruption issue in your warehouse. What steps would you take to resolve it and prevent future issues? This question tests your approach to maintaining data integrity and handling data issues proactively. Here's how you might approach this problem. Identify the source of the corruption by examining logs and data flows. Assess the extent of the corruption and isolate the affected data. Restore the data from backups if available and validate its integrity. Implement monitoring and alerts to detect similar issues in the future. Review and improve data validation processes to prevent future corruption. Now, let's see how you could articulate your response.
First, I would investigate the system logs to find the root cause of the data corruption. Next, I would isolate the corrupted data sets and check backups for recovery options. After restoring the data, I would set up alerts to monitor data integrity consistently moving forward.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.